Oh, yeah, you had a session ready, right? Yeah, man. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. Same as before. You good with this going on YouTube? All right, dope. Let's go ahead and get this started. All right, say something.
Let's go.
Yo, there you go. So, let's go ahead and get this training session going. So, I mean, we already just did a few games. So we're kind of let's do one more, and we're just gonna just go at it.
All right.
Like a no frills, just everything you got, like bracket grand finals, you know?
Yikes.
3, 2, 1, go!
Hot damn. Okay, okay. 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 All right, let's see here.
Captain Falcon wins!
So I want to kind of like try to describe your Falcon a bit, right? I think you're the kind of Falcon where when you get the right opening, you have zero hesitation when you go for the kill, and that's a really good trait to have. That's shit, like those are scary. Like that's just a scary kind of Falcon to fight against. I think that you're kind of min-maxed, where your disadvantage really kind of suffers. You're pretty eager to try to get back into, where you're comfortable, where you're trying to get your hits in. But that's all pretty standard stuff. But that's not terribly insightful. But like what I'm
completely shook off stage. Like, soon as I'm
Yeah.
off stage, I hold in. Like, even if I think I'm gonna go off stage, I hold in. And I'm trying to stop. Nah.
Yeah, you definitely need to be comfortable being off stage, especially with Falcon. Like Falcon actually has incredible off stage reversal potential. Like when you're off stage, you're almost an advantage. And like don't let anybody hear me say that, but like Falcon has a really good off stage disadvantage. Like he can cheese a lot of things. Like you can like grab trade with a lot of edgeguard attempts. The only thing he's really weak to is just an outright two frame. And if they mess up the two frame, like you still have a lot of drift control over that. You're not in the worst position. They've just committed to something, and you might even be able to sneak like a ledge drop up air, that kind of thing. Anyway, without getting into too many when you're off stage, don't be afraid. It's when you're off stage, you have the potential to do a huge turnaround. Like Falcon has incredible offstage comeback potential. And like that's not always going to be the case. It's if they come and chase you, if they edge guard you. So if they're edge guarding you, like coming out off the stage at you, then get excited. Because if all you got to do is read what they're doing, and you can read that based on their positioning and everything. But yeah, that takes a little bit of practice. But you can get a feel for what they're trying to do based on their position. But that requires you to be able to recover without even looking at your character. You should be able to recover without even thinking about, like, you should know where your position is. Ideally, with enough experience, after you get hit, you should know where that hit is going to send you at your current percent and, you know, all the other factors. You should know where you're going to end up so you can keep watching your opponent instead of watching yourself recover. That's one of the biggest things. If I don't know if you play too many pockets, but if you're playing a pocket that you don't have like down like the back of your hand, you don't have the muscle memory, everything just internalized. Recovering's hard. Like if you play a secondary, you're like, wow, this recovery's trash. Like basically every time.
Play terror.
Yeah.
It's even worse off stage.
Exactly. There's mental overhead there. Recovering needs to be natural. Recovering needs to be like not thoughtless. You need to be thinking, but it needs to not be an effort. It shouldn't be like oh no, how can I make it back here? You should know immediately if you can make it back. Yeah, second nature. You shouldn't have to consciously consider your recovery possibility. Like you should just kind of know, and saying that you should know it isn't super helpful. So let me see if I can get some like actual tangible advice for you, because otherwise I'm just kind of like.
No, I mean I get you. Like I used to play Nick a lot, so like if I did not recover properly, he would two frame.
He two frame.
Oh.
All right, but Nick will two frame the shit out of anybody, dude. Like that's a terrible metric. Like he would two frame a baby. Like
it's been a while since like I did that blue, so like I got to a point where I was comfortable and he wouldn't two frame me because I would be good. The only thing he would hit me with is soft knee trade with my up B and then back air.
Yeah, that's dirty.
He would never do anything else. So it's just I just need to not be so scared. That's really just the problem. I just need to relax.
Yeah, if you're dealing with like nerves and everything, I know it's like a training thing, so it's like there's extra pressure and everything. There's like extra mental overhead. But don't let it manifest in your recovery. Like you can be nervous in other ways if you want to, you know? But recovery is just recovery. Like you're playing the same game as everybody else. It's really okay, you know? Like you can kind of take a deep breath and relax. Like if you get hit off stage, it just kind of be like that sometimes, but it's not the end of the world. Like that was like a big thing, right? Like I was going to mention the holding in, the burning the jump at a bad opportunity. In the Ditto, there's a couple situations where like, the day one, right? Even with pretty good DI, you can still get somebody sometimes with like down throw, neutral air, up air, down air. And even if you're doing proper DI down and away, that can still get you. But like you already know what that setup is. Your only real goal should be to look for certain setups that can cheesy really early. And that's when you need to leverage your defensive options. So like the entire time that they're doing like the day one Falcon, right? Down throw, neutral air, rising up air, and then down air. The whole time they're doing that, they ideally shouldn't even be able to get the rising up air on you because you should be holding down and away that whole time. And if you keep a level head with it and you're able to get that and not panic and hold in for them, they're going to whiff that rising up air and you still have your jump and you can rising up air them in return. Sometimes even get the reverse hit. I've gotten many reverse edge guards by just saving my jump and waiting until I can tip in them back, and then I just grab ledge and wait for them to recover back here. GG. Shake my hand. That kind of thing, right? So there's specific situations, and that's just where matchup experience is going to come into play. There's specific situations where you know where the gap is, where, like, it doesn't matter what you do up until one moment when you're being taken off stage, and pressing buttons early. Whew. Shit, man, I'm always yawning in my VOD reviews. People are gonna make fun of me. If you're pressing buttons early, that opens you up to getting killed early. Like, if you have a like an air dodge habit or something, then you can just get red without them even having to overextend for that kind of thing.
Yeah, I have that too.
Yeah. So just
Panic and disadvantage.
yeah,
I just panic because I don't know how to get out.
but like you've seen it before.
Yeah.
So it's even if you don't know immediately how to get out of it, you can let it play out, and that's actually a really good learning technique. Here it is. I found it. I found the advice that I actually want to give you here. This will help you improve as a player, guaranteed. Ooh, bold claims. When you're in disadvantage, use it as a purely learning opportunity. Like if you're just in friendlies and shit like that, use it like lab while you're getting your ass kicked. Winning, losing doesn't matter. If you're getting hit by some shit, figure out like, just take it piece by piece. Look for a certain string or a certain combo that you know that you struggle with or whatever, and just think about it really objectively. Totally just remove yourself from the situation, and think like, is this affected by regular DI? Is this affected? Is this particular move affected a lot by SDI? Can I SDI out of this combo? Out of this like out on the Pika thing or whatever? Use it as a purely lab-based experience where you can look for ways to get out of it. Like, even if you die to it, that's fine. As long as you learn, hey, this definitely doesn't work. Even if I DI out on this, I'm still gonna die. Mario combo, for example, right? He's got his shit with like the up air, and the forward air. Somebody clip that. But if you hold in on that last up air, like if you hold out, then you're getting sent off stage because he's going to dunk you out over the lip of the ledge. But if you know the setup already, then you can just hold in once you see that it's too late to escape it, and then you hit the stage instead, and you've lived. That's a life and death difference that makes. But to learn that, first you've got to get your ass handed to you by a few Marios that are doing the stupid like up air shit, and figure out like, yeah, I was definitely DIing out. That felt good. Like that was correct. I was air dodging after each hit, so I know that that's impossible to dodge with frame 3 air dodge, right? You can just like, you can just kind of break it apart piece by piece. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. You're looking for solutions to interactions that you're gonna see. Like,
I feel you.
yeah. So just kind of like scientific method that shit, Like test one variable at a time. Is this dodgeable? Do I need DI to dodge this, or is it just like kind of fake? Is this a string? Is this a combo? Can they chase my DI on this? Because I mean, these are all kind of things that we could do if training mode wasn't ass, but that's
I have the training iPad.
That's right. Oh shit, yeah, man, you got this, right? So just record yourself doing like a combo that you struggle with, and have the CPU do it for you. Just like, oh, like that's how you get out of that. Like that's actually true, but that's not true after the 4th hit or whatever. And that, like, knowing when you're okay is going to, you can just relax. If you get launched off stage, there's no stress. There's no stress until they land a kill confirm. Like, there's just, like, being stressed out won't help you at all. So you can use the opportunity instead of stressing about it, But that's something that I definitely want to see you work on. Let's go ahead and do a few more. And I want to see improvement in your disadvantage. So like for the sake of just kind of learning in the moment, I'm gonna try to not do like super crazy, like never before seen shit. You know how I'll just be like, oh yeah, okay, but like what if I Falcon kicked in the middle of a combo and did some weird shit, right? I just want to see how like you're going to respond to being in disadvantage. So I'm going to try to keep it more straightforward, and I really want to see like the thought process on it, Alright, let's roll. I don't know if it would help if I like told you whether or not you're safe in the moment.
I'm not sure. Probably you can try.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to call it out when I see it, but like I want you to be able to focus on the game while you're in disadvantage, so I kind of don't want to like distract. So
I would rather you say like don't do that. If that makes sense.
yeah, I'll try to tell you after the fact, because I want you to be able to focus on what's happening in the moment, even if you're getting hit. Like you should be able to focus. Like you should never be looking at your own Falcon. All right, let's go. That was nice. See, you got the reversal up there, out of disadvantage. Like that was dis. Oh, hell, that was a misinput. Don't mind me. Ooh. Yeah. The angle was just a bit too much for that. But that was a high percent thing. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. I want to be able to save you from like the low percent unnecessary deaths. Is that tech roll in again? I got that a few times in the set, so I wanna point that out. You got to be careful to mix up, especially against ZSS. If you're ever gonna fight a Wi-Fi ZSS, you're gonna want to be hyper aware of this. ZSS gets the absolute world off of, you know, because you got to like DI in or whatever to like not get launched off stage, and then you tech roll in, and she's ready to paralyze you every fucking time, or just paralyzer, right? Either that or down smash. But like just you can your opponent is going to intuitively know which way you're tech rolling based on your DI leading up to that moment. Like they've played their character long enough to where they know this inherently by now. But what you can do is use that to your advantage. Like I've gotten great mix-ups by like getting hit by something and then changing the direction. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, let me DI this out and then tech roll it in at the very last second. But that's just something that you need to clear your head for. Like you got to know that you're in a tech situation. You gotta basically accept that you're gonna eat shit like as they're hitting you. Like once they've got their opening, or even preemptively, like they're you ever notice how some Falcons, like when you get a grab on them, it means fucking nothing because they just DI it perfectly? That's because they knew they were getting grabbed as it happened. They didn't react to this shit. We're playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch. They are not reacting to shit in this game. What they are reacting to is their own command. They knew, like, oh shit, I fucked up, and then like I did a panic option or whatever, like I whiffed this, and then they're like, I'm in danger. As soon as they like whiff this move, they know that they're vulnerable, and they're already DIing down and away. Like just, they've accepted that they've lost neutral, because they trust that you will punish them for that. So you get your grab, but they're already doing frame one, like ideal DI down and away. And then they can land their up air before you can do anything, and then it's their combo now. So there's just like presence of mind that you got to have in disadvantage, ideally before you even get into disadvantage. Once you've realized that you've lost neutral, the earlier you can identify that, the more you can preempt somebody trying to punish you for that. And like you said a lot in Melee, right, with like with all like, Melee disadvantage state is crazy interactive. But like they know that they fucked up and they're not trying to fight it anymore. As soon as that switch flips and they're just like, I'm getting punished, it's how can I mix up my SDI and all this other crazy shit, right? So it's just a matter of the sooner that you can identify what's happened. I struggle with this a lot personally, so I'm definitely talking out of my ass for a lot of this, right? I definitely struggle because I'm confident in what I'm doing. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, like he's definitely gonna dash back. I'm gonna overshoot that and I'm gonna dash attack it. And they're just like, no, I just stood here and shielded. And I'm like, I don't fucking believe you. But they're already down throwing me and I'm still holding in. And now I've eaten a knee and I'm dead. I'm terrible in the ditto. Like I'm too confident in what I think is gonna happen. What I need to do, and what you need to do, and what a fuckload of other people need to do, is accept that you have made the mistake as soon as possible. Like you ever get caught just like, you ever get caught like, oh yeah, like knee, oh shit, and then you jab to cover yourself, and you just sit there holding this fucking button, and just like, man, I hope they run into this shit. I really need that right now, and then they just like, you know, come in and kill you. Like it's that kind of thing. Just accept that this was not the right answer. And get out of there, you know? So that the quicker that you can identify that, yeah, that wasn't the move, then the better off that you're going to be. That's how you're going to keep your disadvantage interactive. Alright.
That makes sense.
Alright, speedrun it. See, I was hella holding in because I thought I could get away with my extra jump there. I absolutely was still holding in there because I was like, no, I'm right. I haven't accepted that I've lost this interaction. Only that was real.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At the one! Oh, crazy. Yo, beat down. I'll check chat in a minute, man. I want to focus on the training session. Alright, so let's see. That one derailed a lot, so let's run one more game. And I just really want you to focus on making sure that your tech situations are deliberate. That you, once you're already in it, that you're kind of steering your own ship and not letting me steer it for you. How were you doing with not watching your own Falcon during that game?
3, 2,
Good. That's exactly what I want to hear.
I just have to get confused because I don't play Falcon.
I respect it. Yeah, if I don't play Pink Falcon, I'm just like, who the fuck is this? All my visual cues are the wrong color. Yeah, see. You know that's a true. You know that would have been a true combo. So if I had just like gone for like knee or whatever, right? So the only thing that you can do to influence a true combo would be to just DI it. Just try to DI mix up. But that might not have killed otherwise. But it only killed because you gave me a defensive option that didn't even make a difference. Like if I had gone for a true follow-up punish off of that, then that just would have been the end of it, right? Your dodge wouldn't have even happened. Ooh, hey, I'm gonna see if I can find this quote in a minute. Yeah, I thought you were going for like a grab mix-up or something. Alright, there's that offstage, like the immediate, pressing a button. It's okay to recover low. It really is, especially on this stage. Like, it's tough to two-frame on this slope. Well, actually, down tilt works better, but it's tough to two-frame with down air. And you wouldn't have died to down tilt. Like, it's just a matter of recognizing your options. Okay, good, good, good. So there wasn't a there was no air dodge there. Now you still started holding in, which is dangerous because like hit you off stage into like run off down air is like classic Falcon, right? I tried to beefy that. That's on me. No, no, the weird wall. Ah, I hate taking on that corner. It's fine. Most gimps you're gonna see are gonna happen at like earlier percents. Well, okay, you're gonna see gimps either like from 0 to 40 or from like 150 plus, because like at 150 plus, it doesn't take much. Like you can get gimped by like the lowest commitment bullshit, you know, it's fine. But low percent is where you're gonna see gimps that. There's that hold in. I shouldn't have been able to get that that extra nair. That was a check to see if you were holding in or not. And stuff like after I got on the ledge, I didn't need to like fight my way out of the ledge there. I rolled in, and I just took center stage. Like I didn't have to immediately come at you, you know. Oh no, I tried to Tokyo Drift, but I'm bad. Alright, alright. No need to rub it in. That's what I'm looking for now. Ah! Shit. See? It's because you held in. If you hadn't held in, I wouldn't have been in position for that. But because you held in all the way, I just had to like... You had no further option. See? See, I held in, but I made sure to recover as low as possible. Okay, good, good, good. I saw the tech roll, I saw the DI in, and then you changed it and tech rolled away. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I was ready for a tech in place at best. And like that was the stock, you know? Like that's good shit. There's those buttons out of disadvantage though. That's the kind of shit I said I wouldn't do. My bad. That... I'm not sure. Oh, you tried to roll? Yeah.
Roll to roll.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure because sometimes Falcon's jab actually will shield poke really nicely on these corners because his jab hits really high, see, and it'll hit a lot of character on the head. It's kind of dope. It's a neat like little cheap strat. But that's a side note. See, and in that case, I was watching you, and I saw that you I saw that you were coming out off stage to chase after me there. Ooh, okay. So I burned my resources, but I faked it back out. Okay. Fine, alright. But no, I started to see it a little bit there. That was nice. I saw good improvement with the tech situations there. I want to see you avoid, like, real quick here though. Offstage burst area is like this. This little area right here. I want to see you avoid this area as much as possible because that's where people are going to come out and fuck you up. So the less time you have to spend in this zone right here, the better. So when you're doing your recoveries, if you want to like avoid that area altogether, you're going to be a lot better off. So like you hold, yeah, like hold in if you want, but like just not in the range where they can come out and fuck you up like on reaction to seeing that you're going to have to cross through that zone.
Get you.
Alright, cool.
Are you gonna ever update the training ledger?
I still don't know if we're where we need to be on instant double jump stuff.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, but like the new Raptor boost is like all about that shit. So that's, yeah. We're gonna do it someday. Oh, that would have been a perfect IDJ setup. Shit. See? Alright, no, but you had the right idea. You had the right idea, and even though you died for that, you did the right thing. Why? Because you tried a situation as a learning experience. You were like, what happens if I try this? And like, that's exactly what I said. It doesn't matter if you win or lose here. Like, that's not what the point of this is. You're playing to improve, and that's how you improve. So being willing to try that is exactly what I want to see. Like, you're going to get the feedback and learn what to do about it, like, automatically. That's just how playing the game works. But the fact that you were willing to go out there and try for it is what I think you are missing. Oh shit, I was at untechable percents for that. I shouldn't have even tried.
You're smart.
Nah, I've just been dumb a lot of times. Upvote does the most percent, and if I just caught one disadvantage, like one button out of disadvantage, then I could have ended it with an up there. It's like a high percent thing that I've been trying to do more. See, caught me holding in. Ooh, almost. Bingo. I jumped too early. And I entered the burst range for recovery. So that's exactly what I wanted to see. Or that's exactly what I was like trying to do to you earlier. But like you're seeing it yourself, and that's great. Like when you're doing it, it's kind of instinctual, you know, just like I'm gonna fuck him up. But just flipping the perspective on it, then it becomes a lot easier to know how to avoid it, you know. So I think you're looking a lot better now. Yeah, definitely just go into games ready to lose because you're trying to understand their combos on you. You're trying to understand what power you have inside your own disadvantage state. Like doing that, if you got to throw to some Wi-Fi Lucas to figure out how Lucas is fucking you up, then that's a very, very, very small price to pay for the next time you fuck him up. You can definitely pay it forward like that.
I'll work on it. I did have another question though.
Yeah.
I know you probably don't do the online locals, but I do. What is it? The Plano one, and there's nothing but cheesers in there. Like is yours better? Cause I know you do like the Den one or something.
Yeah, I used to go to Freaks and Geeks back when that was in person.
Well, I've only ever played online, so I'm in like the online tournament.
I've never done an online tournament. I just don't want to. It's gross because of like you said, a bunch of cheesers. The thing is, I hate. It sucks to say it. Like it sucks to admit this, right? But the way that they're playing, bleh, bleh, is valid.
That's disgusting.
Oh, yeah. So unfortunately, it is valid, and you have to. Cheese is a win condition. Being campy and spammy on Wi-Fi is a win condition. These are all things that they're environmental, so they're not like inherent to the game. They're externally coming at it, but they are still win conditions. Kind of like the timer, because that's like an arbitrarily set rule, you know. It's not like, oh, my character wins by doing this. Because we enforce timers, the timeouts are a viable win condition for certain characters. So the online meta, just don't equate it to offline. It's really not the same, but you do have to accept online for what it is. So if somebody wants to camp you out, be willing to camp them back. That's why it's trash. That's why I don't do it. Because oftentimes, the correct answer to, little Timmy Crom up B wanting to just cheese you for like 7 minutes straight with like Chromakazi. He can do that. That's valid. He's allowed to do that, and he is well within his rights to try to win the game that way. Now, all you got to do to avoid his win condition is to literally just stand there and not go near the ledge where he's being a dumbass. But that's not fun.
And that's my complaint. Are they having fun? Because it's like I play Bowser Jr. that just drives back and forth, or Dr. Mario that just pills and does not approach. Like,
they're having the time of their lives.
I can't wrap my head around that.
There's nothing to wrap your head around, man. They just like to press the buttons. They're like, yo, this is tactile. And they're like, beep, 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 beep. That's really all there is to it. The thing is, they're allowed to do this for one important reason. They have been taught that they can. Because it works. Because people don't want to put up with that shit. And they will walk forward and get hit by a Dr. Mario pill. And then eat a forward air, because what else are you going to fucking do? Like, that's just the way the game is. Like, your answer to that is to not engage with their stupid bullshit, which also includes giving extra room, like extra wiggle room for Wi-Fi, so that you can react to what they're doing. So you have to play in a way that's consistent if you're entering in a bracket, and the most consistent way to avoid cheese is to play non-interactive. You don't have to touch that shit. You do not have to touch it. It's absolutely whack. Like, this is why I don't do it. But all that to say, being able to play non-interactively is important. You need to be able to play that way even if you don't like it. Because if you flat out can't, then that means that all they need to do is like some stupid shit like that, and they have a win condition on you that you have no answer to. You need to be able to learn how to do that as a player. It's like are you an anime guy?
Partially.
Did you ever watch Bleach?
Yeah, Fletcher.
Okay, hell yeah. Okay, Kenpachi. You have
That's
to.
how I want to play, bro.
Right. Kenpachi just wants to get in there and fuck shit up. But there is one point when he realizes, you know what? If I just keep doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna die. And if I die, I won't be able to do what I want to do anymore. And I'm not about that. So he says, fine, just this once, I'm going to actually hold the sword with both hands. And it's fucking badass. Like, I love that shit, dude. Kenpachi goes the fuck in. But, like, that's a very valuable lesson that you can, like, apply to fighting games, is you have to be, like, if he didn't know how to do that, mans would have died. He has to have that in his back pocket because that was a win condition. If he just kept on getting in there and just fucking shit up and having the time of his life, he would have died. He has to know how to not have fun so that you can have more fun later when it matters. It really is, man. It takes like a lot of like mental discipline to be able to kind of do that shit, and especially if like little Timmy's got a lag switch, man, fuck that. I want to Kenpachi his ass, but you know, I'm gonna die for it.
I'll work on it.
Yeah.
Think on it, figure out what to do.
Yeah,
I appreciate it though.
absolutely, man. I really hope it helps.